Hello, guys, and welcome back to another story. So, in today's story, a young girl stepped on a stone, unaware it was the head of the witch the king had been searching for years. Let's find out what happened next. In the village of Orji, there was a small river where villagers usually came to fetch water. It was in this same river Abebi's life changed. Every morning in Orji village, the first person you were likely to see on your way to the farm was Abebi. She was always up early and took her singing job very seriously. Abebi sang for the sick and the broken-hearted, and somehow her beautiful voice brought comfort and healing to those who listened. That morning, Abebi stopped at daughter's house. Daughter had been battling with serious leg pain for days. Abebi knelt before her and sang a very beautiful song.
Through the storms of life we find our way. With every tear, hope lights the day. Healing comes from the bonds we share.
When she was done, daughter moved her legs a little. Just like that, the leg pain disappeared. Daughter thanked her and handed her a few naira notes. Abebi hurried home with the money secured in her bag. The money was a little way of supporting her family. She lived with her uncle's family, who had taken her in after the death of her mother. When she got home that morning, her uncle's wife, Alice, was already outside preparing the ingredients for breakfast. "Welcome, our healer," Alice said, extending her open palm. Abebi quietly handed her the day's earnings and went inside. Her cousin, Mma, was already in the kitchen washing the dishes. Mma had always been a little jealous of Abebi. She wanted to be like her, and sometimes, without even realizing it, she would imitate the way Abebi behaved. While Abebi rested in her room that morning, she couldn't help but eavesdrop on the women discussing in the next compound.
King Udemba is losing his mind. He has 10 wives, but none have been able to bear him children. I heard it's only the sacred child born on the day of the red moon that can find where the witch lives.
Years ago, King Udemba was cursed by a woman who everyone believed was a witch. Since then, none of his 10 wives had been able to give birth. For a long time, he had been trying everything possible to capture the witch so she could reverse the curse, but all efforts had proved futile. Men and women have journeyed into the forest and beyond, but none have been able to find her. Inside the grand palace, King Udemba sat on his throne listening carefully to the chief priest. Finally, after years of searching, the gods had finally given a clue to her whereabouts. Ozuemena, the new chief priest, sat on the ground casting cowrie shells on a mat. He studied the scattered shells and said, "Igwe, the spirits have finally spoken. The child born on the day of the red moon will turn 15 this month. On her birthday, a sacred birthmark will appear. That is the only way you can identify her. She alone can find where the witch lives." King Udemba quickly summoned his town crier. "Take your gong to the village square. Tell my people that by the end of this month, every young girl turning 15 must gather at the palace. They will be inspected for the sacred mark. Any family that hides their daughter will feel the fire of my wrath." Far away from the royal palace, Abebi was sweeping her compound when a tall shadow fell over her. It was Muna. He was the most handsome man in Orji village, but his arrogance made him unappealing to most women.
Abebi, my sweet flower, I brought this for your family, a small token for my future wife.
He reached out to stroke her cheek, but Abebi quickly stepped back angrily.
"Carry your yams away, Muna. I have told you before, I want more for my life than just warming a man's bed and pounding his fufu."
Muna's smile faded instantly. As a wealthy man who was 10 years older than her, his pride was deeply bruised by her constant rejection. Muna pointed at her angrily.
Do not let pride ruin you, Abebi. One way or another, you will be mine.
As the day approached for all the girls turning 15 to gather at the palace, every mother started preparing her daughter. They all hoped that their daughters would be the ones to find the witch and receive the king's reward. Alice especially stopped her daughter Mma from going out because she wanted to keep her safe until that day. The fact that Mma was the only child born during a heavy rainfall made her believe her daughter was the chosen one. When Abebi got to the river, she was shocked to see that it had dried up. Abebi turned sadly and walked towards the second river. She had always avoided that river because Muna's house was close to it. As she got closer to the river, she sighted Muna sitting under a large mango tree. He was drinking fresh palm wine and laughing with his wealthy friends. Abebi quickly entered the bush nearby and crept slowly towards the river. When she got there, she hopped on a line of stones to avoid making noise. She crossed the first one, then the second, but when she stepped on the middle stone, a strange pain ran up her legs. Before she could take another step, she heard a loud, angry voice. "Ah, who is stepping on my head?" Abebi froze in fear. There was no one at the river except her. She turned to see if it was Muna playing tricks on her, but she saw no one. Then she looked down and saw the stone vibrating. Seconds later, the faint face of a sleeping woman appeared. It was the powerful witch, the exact one King Udemba has been searching for all these years. Abebi fell down in fear. She identified the witch through the mark on her forehead. "No, this is not possible. Why are you here?" Abebi asked in fear. But she didn't even wait for a reply. She dipped her calabash into the water, hoisted it on her head, and ran home. Abebi couldn't sleep that night. She sat on her bed for a long time, thinking about who she had seen. Am I the chosen one? Why did the witch reveal herself to me? She stood in front of the mirror, checking all over her body to see if any birthmark had appeared, but there was none. Tomorrow is my birthday. Maybe I will wait and see if any mark will appear. Tomorrow came, but nothing appeared. 4 days later, Mma rushed to her room screaming, "Abebi, I'm about to become rich. I'm about to become the favored one." "What do you mean by that?" Abebi asked. Mma turned her back towards Abebi and she froze when she saw it. A dark mark had appeared on Mma's back. "Are you sure you are not joking?" "I'm not. Why would I joke about things like this?" Mma said. Abebi tried to clean off the birthmark, but it didn't come off. This made her even more confused. The mark had appeared on Mma's body, but the witch revealed herself to her instead. What could be wrong?
Well, at least I won't bother myself anymore. I never wanted to be the chosen one anyway.
Meanwhile, Alice and her daughter were already celebrating. They were imagining tearing down their old house and building a new one. Mma imagined herself moving to the city with the prize money and finally living the big girl life she had always dreamed of. But that night, Akpa the witch appeared to Abebi in her dream. "My child, please help me. I need you to visit the river tomorrow," she said. The following night, Abebi slipped out of the house and walked quietly to the river. This time, she didn't step on the stones by mistake. She took a deep breath and placed her foot firmly on the middle rock. Immediately, the stone glowed with a warm golden light and Akpa's face appeared.
"Please, child, do not give me to the king. A leopard does not change its spots. The king is a very wicked man."
But he told the village that you cursed his wives with barrenness out of pure wickedness.
"My child, it's all lies. With time you will know the true story. I did not curse him out of malice. I cursed him to stop him from birthing tyrants like him. Listen to me, you are the Red Moon child. Your beautiful healing voice is directly tied to my powers.
If you give me up and the king destroys me, you will lose your voice and you will also lose your life. We are bound together." Do not bother about the birthmark, she continued, because I have hidden it. No mortal eyes can see it. Abebi left without giving Akpa a clear answer. She truly pitied the king and wanted him to have children. But then again, what if Akpa was telling the truth? What if the king was actually a ruthless man? And what if after destroying Akpa, he became an even more tyrannical king?
I must find the root of this problem.
Now to my viewers, what do you think Abebi will do? Do you think she would keep the witch's secret and let the king suffer childlessness? Or do you think she will reveal the secret and save the village? We'll find out in the next chapter. Bye for now.